All right, good afternoon and welcome to the opening ceremony here on the main stage. I'd like to acknowledge our drummer, Shelby Weiniger from Toller High School. Thank you for playing for us, Shelby. Give her a round of applause. We've got a few dignitaries that'll say a few words. I'm Steve Berry. I'm your Master of Ceremonies. At this time, I'd like to call our county judge, who presides right here in our own beautiful courthouse, Judge Darrell Cockrum.
You can tell I have family in the audience. It's the only time I get. Anyway, welcome to Hood County. We're glad to have you here. And we're glad to have you here for the Texas Heroes Foundation Day. It's the second annual one. And really, I want you to remember that if it wasn't for these Texas heroes, thank you. We would be saying bienvenido a Hood County, Texas, Los Estados Unidos de Mexico. But no, we don't have to say that. We can say welcome to Hood County and the United States of America. Thank y'all for coming.
At this time, we'll ask our city manager, Wayne McKeithen, to come up and welcome you to Granbury.
I want to welcome everyone to the city of Granbury, where Texas history lives. What an appropriate place for us to celebrate the Texas Independence Day, with buildings built in the 1800s that have watched the history of Texas. So thank you again for coming and enjoy everything that's here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne. At this time, I'd like to ask Jerry Partlow to come forward, and we'll have an invocation. So if everyone would please rise and remove your hats, we'll have an invocation, and then we'll have posting of the colors.
Let us pray. Lord, 50 years after the founding of these United States in 1776, did the spirit of freedom raise its head and heart in a place called Texas. In 1836, you began to complete that great work of democracy that was begun in the hearts of our forefathers. You had not finished with America, for you again set on fire the hearts of men, women, and children to sacrifice everything. The great experiment again had ignited the flame of liberty, and heaven would not wait. You ignited men of low estates and little means with fearlessness and valor to join the right and stand when reason would say flee, save yourselves. But no, those great hearts rose as the angels of heaven with a zeal that hell could not diminish or deter. The names of those herald heroes flood our memories like Crockett and Travis and Milam and Fannin and Dickinson, Burnett, Russ, Moreland, Houston, Martin, Baker, Deaf Smith, Millard, Burleson, and Hockley, and so many more. Lord, the battle as the battles go at San Jacinto was but a skirmish, but you turned it into a glorious rout with mighty consequences. The lives and the liberty of a few hundred pioneers were at stake, and an empire was won. Lord, help us to understand and deeply appreciate, as Texans of today, that our happy homes in mid-fields of smiling plenty were purchased with the sacred blood of the Alamo, Goliad, and San Jacinto forever. Lord, you added 10 states to the United States, over 1 million square miles, and that to the selfless valor and patriotism of a few. Lord, help us to hold on to what you have wrought in this place called Texas. Lord, in these last days we have seen an unrelenting foe, not unlike that faced by our Texas heroes. And our prayer in this hour of need is that we as citizens demand of ourselves no less than they of old, that those we have sent to public and national offices and stand here today with us have no less expectation of their own duty to this electorate than we do ourselves. Lord, I pray that you bless those who honor their commitment to Texas and bring those home who cannot. God bless Texas, and God bless the USA. Amen.
Thank you, Jerry. Remain standing. At this time, I'll ask Commissioner James Deaver. The posting of the colors were by the 15th Cavalry. They did those this morning. We have an American flag at the courthouse and also over my left shoulder to the right side of the stage. But I'd ask James Deaver, Commissioner, to come up and lead us in the American flag, followed by Sheriff Roger Deeds to come up and do the Texas pledge.
Would y'all join me to pledge of this great nation of the United States of America? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me to the pledge with the pledge to our Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, James, and thank you, Sheriff Deeds. We appreciate it. Thank you all for being a part of our celebration. Folks, we're in for a very special treat right now. Our state song, Texas, Our Texas, will be played by our very own 9-year-old from Acton, Texas. Help me put your hands together for Ridge Roberts. Wasn't that awesome by Ridge? Thank you, Ridge. Also, just for your information, tomorrow he will play at the Acton Cemetery for the memorial for the Davy Crockett's wife memorial. He'll be out there at the cemetery. He'll also play right here tomorrow at 3 o'clock on the main stage. So give Ridge another round of applause. Youth of Texas. All right, you may be seated. At this time, I'd like to call up our Mayor Pro Tem, Nen Hewlett. He has a proclamation for Ken Hendricks and the family of Davy Crockett, I believe. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be up here today with such a great crowd and a beautiful day. It's a great day. It's a great day to be in Granbury, Texas. I told Steve I wasn't going to take up any of his mic time, so I'm going to get right with this proclamation here. It's an honor to read this proclamation representing or honoring a true hero's family member, the Ken Hendricks Day. At this time, I'll read the proclamation. It's whereas 177 years ago, Texas emerged as the powerhouse we would eventually become. It took not only the blood, sweat, and tears, but also the vision and the commitment from the pioneers of that era. Whereas Davy Crockett and the pioneers like him left the comforts of home and the family to volunteer in services to a cause greater than themselves. Crockett died at the Battle of the Alamo, San Antonio, Texas, March 6, 1836. Whereas today, we will honor Ken Hendricks, the great-great-great-great-grandson of David Crockett and Elizabeth Crockett. Texans appreciate the sacrifice of the Crocketts for the cause of the Texas independence. We proudly wave the Texas flag because of the heroes like the defenders of the Alamo. Now, therefore, I, Nen Hewlett, the Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Granbury, the County of Hood, and the State of Texas, do hereby proclaim March the 2nd, 2013 as Ken Hendricks Day. And I call upon all Texans to observe this day with honor and ceremony as such as this. Ken, have we got Ken out in the audience, or... He was on the float today, okay? Well, okay. At this time, we'll be able to take it to the cemetery tomorrow, but thanks for everybody coming, and thanks the Ken Hendricks family for what they've done.
Thank you, Nen. We appreciate it. At this time, we'll have remarks by our U.S. Congressman Mike Conaway Mike is serving his 5th term in the U.S. House of Representatives. Congressman Conaway has earned a reputation as a voice of reason in Washington, D.C., and boy, we can use that. Mike represents the 11th Congressional District of Texas, consisting of 36 counties in Central and West Texas, including Midland, Odessa, San Angelo, and Granbury, of course. Mike is here today with his wife, Suzanne, and one of his grandchildren. He has 4 children and 7 grandchildren. Join me in welcoming our U.S. House of Representatives, Congressman Mike Conaway.
Well, thanks, Steve. I appreciate that, and I appreciate being here. If I start to shiver, it is because I'm excited, not because I'm cold. I am underdressed for the breeze this morning. It is great to be with you, and I want to congratulate the organizers and everyone for putting this terrific event together to celebrate the signing of the independence, the Declaration of Independence for the Republic of Texas, the only state in the Union that gets to wear that badge of honor. We joined this great United States under treaty, as opposed to being annexed in the way the other states came in. That treaty provides that the Texas flag can actually fly at the same height as the American flag. It's the only state flag in the Union that's allowed to do that because of the proud heritage that is Texas. I want to take us back 177 years ago to today. Think about what was going on. The people in Texas at that point in time were just like you and I. They had aspirations, they had hopes, they had dreams, they had troubles, they had threats and things that were going on, but they were not a whole lot different than you and I. And think about what was going on. We signed the Declaration of Independence that day on Sam Houston's birthday, as legend would have it. He wanted to get that done. Think about what was going on at the Alamo, about 100 or 200 miles southwest of here. Colonel Travis and 186 plus Texans, future Texans, were under siege. They were surrounded totally by 5,000 Mexican army, and their fate was pretty well set. They understood that they stood between that army and the rest of Texas, and the independence that it would prevail with their sacrifice. 4 days from now, 177 years ago, they paid that ultimate price at the Alamo to provide us with those freedoms. It's often said that we can see long and far because we stand on the shoulders of giants. Those were the giants that we stand on. We enjoy a Texas today that was built and created and crafted through the hard work and the sweat and the tears and the sacrifice of previous Texans. Their blood runs through our veins. Their courage is in each and every one of us. Today, we face similar troubles and trials in terms of an existential threat to our existence. It's not an army that's coming at us with weapons or swords. It is an inability of our own selves to deal with the fiscal issues that face our country. We have made promises to each other that we cannot keep. We must renegotiate those promises. And the key will be, do we have the strength of purpose and the will to be able to do the hard things that we have to do to save this republic, the broader Republic of the United States, as our forefathers and ancestors did in Texas some 177 years ago. So as you look to the sacrifices that we need to make, as you look to your role in that, understand that we are of good stock. The folks who populated Texas 177 years ago, that's who we are. As I said, their blood runs through our veins. Our founding fathers knew that only a moral people could self-govern. Amoral people and immoral people cannot self-govern. They have to have a different governing scheme to be able to govern. As you look at America today, I'm hard-pressed to argue before our God that we are a moral people. We are on the wrong path. That path does not get fixed in Washington, D.C. That path does not get fixed in Austin, Texas. This is a path that leads through each one of our hearts. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "A nation who is called by my name, if they'll turn from their wicked ways and pray, I will hear them from heaven, and I will heal their land, and I will forgive their sins." We must get back on that path. Each one of us has a role. Each one of us has a role of creating that moral fiber, that moral fabric that can self-govern. Each of us has a moral code. Mine is a Judeo-Christian code that I believe in creates that moral life that I should lead. Each one of us has that role. I don't know where the awakening starts that must sweep this land, Maybe it starts in Granbury, Texas. Maybe it starts here in Hood County. I do know that for sure it starts in each one of our hearts as we walk these days of peril to this republic, no less perilous than the days that 177 years ago when there was a physical threat. There's a financial threat to my grandchildren's future. We've got one of them over here right now, Emily Kate. I don't like the path we have put her world on. And we must walk away. We must change that, and it will require sacrifices. It will require us doing things differently. It will require us that folks won't get money from the federal taxpayer that they otherwise thought they were going to get, and that will for them be difficult and hard. And that's where each one of us then has to step up to step into that breach and make that and help those folks out that are most affected. But we must start, and we must start soon. Thank you for being here this day. I appreciate a great blue sky for the Chamber of Commerce. As a preacher said a while ago in a wonderful prayer, God bless Texas, God bless each one of you, and may God continue to bless this great, wonderful country we call the United States of America. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Congressman. We appreciate it. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate that. At this time, our next speaker is retired Lieutenant Colonel Brian Birdwell. Brian is a decorated military veteran and a survivor of the terrible 9/11 terrorist attacks on our Pentagon. Brian is a lifelong conservative Republican currently representing Texas Senate District 22. Brian and his wife Mel make their home here in Granbury, been married for 26 years, have one son Matt, who's a recent graduate of Texas Tech, guns up, right? They also attend Lakeside Baptist Church. Put your hands together and join me in welcoming our very own Senator Brian Birdwell.
Thank you all very much. Thank you. First order of business is to let you know Representative Keffer had asked me to just extend his greetings. He had a family commitment today that he had made previously and was unable to join us today, but wanted for me to personally express his regrets in not being here today to extend his welcome and congratulations to y'all as well. Thank you again, Cullen, for putting this together. In fact, I've got a Senate resolution for you. As the president of this here organization, do you want to show up here as Cullen or Colonel Travis? Okay, come on, Colonel, get up here. That's an order, Colonel. Got a resolution from the Senate of the State of Texas, resolution number 285. The Senate of the State of Texas is pleased to pay tribute to the Texas Heroes Foundation on the occasion of the organization's Texas Independence Day Celebration on March 2nd, 2013. And whereas the Texas Heroes Foundation was established with the goal of educating people of all ages, particularly children, about Texas history, through disseminating information about the state's history, the members of the foundation strive to imbue in the others a great love and appreciation of Texas. Therefore, be it resolved that the Senate of the State of Texas 83rd Legislature hereby commend the members of the Texas Heroes Foundation on their exceptional endeavors to keep Texas history alive and pay tribute to the heroes of the Texas Revolution, and extend best wishes to them and all participating students for a rewarding Texas Independence Day celebration. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be prepared for the foundation as an expression of esteem from the Texas Senate, signed, given under the hand of the President of the Senate of the State of Texas, David Dewhurst, Lieutenant Governor. There you go, Thank you again, Colonel. One last comment. Congressman Conway, there's not much more I could add to what you've said. I will only add one other thing. In John Wayne's movies, while many of them were fictitious and the movie The Alamo was not, the wisdom in the scripts and the words that he would speak were very true. And John Wayne said it really well in portraying Davy Crockett. When asked about the discussion of whether or not Texas would declare for a republic or not, he said it very simply, very truthfully, very succinctly. There's right and wrong. You got to make a choice. And the founders of Texas made the choice for right and liberty, because the wrong choice would be for tyranny. And that's much of the choice that we face today in the direction that our nation's going. Will we believe in the liberties of our people, or will we believe that government can control us better? God bless you for coming out. Hooah!
Thank you, Brian. It's always good to see you, and you're always right here at home, and we welcome you anytime. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to call up Davy Crockett, which is going to be Rich Merrill. But before we do that, we have programs that's been handed out all morning. But if you want a program about events that are going on, there's a lot of time and effort put into this event. This is only the second year that this foundation has put this event together. The flags, that's a new thing that happened this year. The flags are beautiful around the courthouse. The parade, the first year we've had a parade. Also, I was sitting there while Congressman was speaking, and we have a Best Dressed Award. A lot of folks went into a lot of time and trouble to dress up in the era. So on the main stage over at the plaza, there's also vendors under the plaza there where the old First Methodist Church used to be that Ken Hackett owns. There's the vendors there, but they'll also be on that stage at 5 o'clock, some awards for the best dressed. The jail's open, the courthouse is open, and that's where all the kids that did the Texas Independence Day paintings, drawings, and models are in the courtroom and in the hallways. Go through there. It's also warm, and there's also a restroom. Also, there's a Facebook. If you didn't know, there's a Facebook page about this. It's Texas Independence Day Celebration. If you look it up, they started having likes. And in 1836, there was a gentleman that was from Azle, Texas, and he's on the stage with us, and they'll have a special award from him. But if you get on Facebook, he was the 1836th like. So I'm going to call up Davy Crockett. He's going to talk about that. Our 1836 winner was Johnny Davis of Azle. Johnny, if you'll come up here. And then I'm going to let Davy Crockett talk about it, and then he's going to also present the Student History Fair Awards. Davy Crockett, our very own Rich Merrill. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on up. What was that name again, sir? Your name again, sir? Johnny Davis, that's right. Johnny Davis, what we decided to do was to have a special award for our 1836 like. Now, because this thing is just kind of, we're on chaos mode these days, we didn't quite get that award to Mr. Davis here, but he's going to receive a framed Declaration, Texas Declaration of Independence, and a Texas flag, and a special appreciation for being our Facebook friend. And for all of you who are our Facebook friends, do you have anything you want to say?
I'm just honored to be here today with you folks, and especially to receive this award. It was a total surprise to me. I did go on the Facebook page, hit like, and 2 days later, someone wrote me and told me that I had won this award, and it shocked me. I'm very honored to receive it. And God bless Texas, and God bless the United States.
Woo! I think it's pretty special that you decided to dress up for the occasion, Mr. Davis. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, we decided way back when that in order to bring all the students together on this, we would have a student history fair competition. And I will tell you, the siege of the Alamo was nothing compared to the siege of these things and the challenge that presented. I'm telling you, we worked our buns off. But anyway, and as a reminder, all of these are on display in the courthouse. And so please take time at some point and going into the courthouse, both downstairs and upstairs, and check these things out. If you've been over there, it's warmer there. These old guys back here keep saying it's warm there. But anyway, upstairs, downstairs, the 4 categories that we had were research paper, artwork, exhibits, and video presentations. Now we had those for 3 different age divisions: elementary age division, middle school age division, and senior. Well, when we first decided to do this, I thought, well, maybe we would have something like 40 or 50 of these, come through. I don't know if I can compete with diesel, but anyway, it turned out we got about 250, folks. 250 students, and you give yourself a round of applause. Very pleased with that. Yeah. That's right. And by the way, Senator Birdwell, I understand, sir, that you've got a special certificate that we're going to get to some of the winners of this competition. And yes, sir. And we didn't even know who the winners were going to be until very late last night, so we didn't have time to get those. But we'll make sure the winners receive that special recognition from the Office of Senate of the United States. All right. And as a reminder, parents and students, you can pick up your projects either today or tomorrow. From today, it would be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., or tomorrow it would be from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Not only will you be able to pick up your projects at that time, but I want to remind you, everyone is getting something, okay? So you will be receiving some little prize or awards and gift certificates or what have you. So if you fail to pick those up either this today or tomorrow, we'll get them to you, but we need to clear out that courthouse hopefully by Monday, okay? You can really help us if you can do that. Now, I do want to say a special thanks to all the school officials, all the teachers who helped make this possible. I'm not going to mention all the names, all the schools, but this wouldn't have worked without your support, so we're very, very thankful to you. But I do want to especially thank 2 of the Granbury ISD officials. When we first decided to do this, I didn't know who to talk to. I just kind of sent out an email, and Sharon Williams and Becky Strain came to the rescue, and they got real passionate behind this project, this project that we're doing. And are they here? Becky or Sharon, are you here? Of course, there's a lot of people out there, and if they are, I don't know where I would see their hands go up. But I want to give them a special thanks because they helped launch this. There's a lot of people I could thank, and I also want to thank our judges, but I must tell you, I am not going to name their names because they don't want calls at 2 o'clock in the morning complaining that their kid didn't win that award, okay? And now, this was quite a challenge, folks, really it was. So it was very, very difficult. Some of these, we had more than, say, 50 in a category, so it made it very, very difficult. All right, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and hand out the awards to those who are here, the kids that are here. When I call out your name, I want you to come up to the front of the stage, just right down here at the bottom of the stage. And my wife, Elizabeth Crockett, right over here, wave. She is going to hand you your award. Now, again, if you're not here, we'll make sure you get it. But hold your applause until I finish that particular age division and category. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the senior high division, or high school division, artwork. We actually, we only had like 2 places on that. All right? We had a 3rd place, but that 3rd place also was a winner somewhere else, but it'll all make sense here. Just bear with me. All right. Casey Wilford was 1st place in the high school division artwork. She is from North Central Texas Academy. Casey, are you here? If you're here, come on up. Yeah, let's give Casey a round of applause. And 2nd place was Zach Pate, also from North Central Texas Academy. All right. And now, moving right along, we're going to do the senior high division exhibit. And the 1st place award goes to Hayden Kopenberger, and I know I'm going to mess up some of these names, from Granbury High School. All right, that's 1st place. And again, if you're here, come on up, and Ms. Crockett will give you your award. Right? And then 2nd place is Cheyenne Redden from Granbury High School. And then we have Madison Seymour, who also was in the art, but she's getting the award for exhibit. And again, 3rd place, Granbury High School. We only had 3 in that. The numbers get larger as we go down in age. All right, now we have the high school division research paper. Our 1st place winner is, and again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this name, Arjo Sanyu from North Central Texas Academy. 2nd place is Dylan Petty from Toller High School. And 3rd place, Chuck Winnicky. Yeah. Hey, I'm from Tennessee, okay? Please, I'm going to call him Chuck, okay? Nazer from North Central Texas Academy. 3rd place. Oh. All right. Now, I want to also let you guys know we had a best of show. That's going to be the last thing I announce. So, you know, if your name's not being called, maybe you're the best of show. We'll find out. Okay, moving on to the high school division video. We have we did not have a third place showing in the high school. We only had 2. So first place is Lillian Hyde from Crossland School. And then we have second place was shared by Mike Terry and John Durant. Now, folks, these videos are hilarious. Some of these videos are great. And go right over here to the lady right over here. And we're hoping with the students' and parents' permission, maybe after we do our little multimedia presentation, to show these videos here on a big screen. I think that would be a lot of fun if you would allow us to do that. All right, moving right along. I know we're anxious to get through this. Middle school division artwork. First place goes to Grace Thomas from Acton Middle School. Second place goes to Tiffany Henney, Acton Middle School. And third place goes to Alex Carmichael, North Central Texas Academy. And again, if you'll just make your way up here and see the lady here to my right. All right. I also want to go ahead and mention some honorable mentions because sometimes the scores are real close. We use kind of a point system to determine this. And I also want to make an honorable mention of Alexandria Enbody and Jacqueline Novelli. Very good work. Sometimes you have to make a decision, but they were worth mentioning. All right, in the middle school division, in exhibits, first place goes to Morgan Gonzalez, and she did a little display of the Alamo. It's really good. That's Acton Middle School. Second place is Sean Achu. I think I did that right. And from Acton Middle School. Third place is William Kittleston from North Central Texas Academy. Can you tell which schools were really participating in it? Well, a lot of them participated, but it helps when you've got about 50 people that from a particular school that entered. All right, moving on to middle school division research paper. Our first place winner, again from Acton Middle School. In fact, all these were from Acton Middle School. First place is Tricia Grider. Yay! Good job, Tricia. Second place is Lauren Bowling from Acton Middle School. And third place is Justin Mulder from Acton Middle School. Let me go ahead and mention this about videos. Because we had some ties and where videos you could actually get 2 winners, we ran out of ribbons, embarrassingly enough. So we're going to actually get those ribbons and make sure that those students get their ribbons. But we do have their awards for them as well. Okay, moving right along to the middle school video division. First place goes to Abby Leatherman and Clayton Deaver from Toller High School. And I tell you, that was a lot of fun. In this particular video, Abby and their teacher is telling them about Texas history, and she's finding out that they didn't know very much, so she tells them, go home and study more. And so she's going home and she's studying late at night, and she falls asleep on the sofa, and asking the question, why didn't Sam Houston kill Santa Anna? And so she goes to sleep and she dreams that she interviews Sam Houston riding on a horse. It was great stuff. Okay. All right, and again, we want to maybe be able to show that tonight, if at all possible. Second place goes to Vanessa Maxwell from Toller Junior High. Again, a very good presentation. All right, third place, we actually have a tie. It was so close, and we just couldn't make a decision. We said, all right, we're just going to let them tie, and they'll both get third place award. Those awards go to Jared Hughes from North Central Texas Academy and Anthony Barnett from Acton Middle School. Moving right along, we've got the elementary division artwork. First place goes to Heather Harding from Mambrino. Yay, Heather! Mambrino. Second place goes to Carrie Ann Kittleston from North Central Texas Academy. And you can tell that some of these students entered more than one project. And some of them really cleaned up, by the way. Okay, third place goes to Oliver Garcia from Bronner Intermediate. All right, moving right along to elementary division exhibits. First place goes to Michaela Pratt from North Central Texas Academy. Very good job, Michaela. We really like that. Okay, and by the way, these exhibits are just tremendous. I mean, in my day, we made salt maps. You remember that? we've gone beyond salt naps, folks. I mean, now Legos is part of this stuff, okay? All right, second place in the elementary division exhibits goes to Tyler Raines from Oakwoods Elementary. Yay! And third place goes to Caitlin Jernigan from Acton Elementary. This was a category that had about 50 or more entrants. Now, another category that had about 50 or more entrants is the elementary division research paper. First place goes to Garrett McNally from Grace Classical Academy. Second place goes to Rachel Mastick, and you're going to hear her name again later, I'll just warn you, from Lakeside Baptist Academy. And third place goes to Lydia Long from Lakeside Baptist Academy. You know, I've been meaning to mention some of these honorable mentions, and I've been failing to do that. I want to go ahead and mention Wesley Barefoot, Reagan Mastick, and Reagan and Rachel are sisters. Reagan did very well too. And again, these were very close. Avery McLean probably needs to be included on that list as well. In fact, I want to make some honorable mentions and back at that elementary exhibit. Let's go ahead and give a round of applause to Alina Cudd and Austin Chumley and Asher Felty. They were right up there with the winners. Okay, in the, let's see, I guess that was it. Okay, now we get to announce the best of show. And let me just elementary video, I'm sorry. Yes, elementary video. I almost overlooked that, my scribbles here. Before we announce the best of show, elementary videos. And I'll just mention this. The first place was a perfect score. Okay, that's hard to find. And again, Rachel and Reagan Mastick from Lakeside Baptist Academy. Very good work. Let me tell you something about this video. You remember Little House on the Prairie? Okay, that show? I felt like I was watching Little House on the Prairie. I mean, the music comes up, these two little girls in period correct outfits are going down to the Brazos River, and, you know, they start telling the story about how their dad died in the Alamo and how it affected them and what life was like on the frontier. And I think they went over to that place in Glen Rose where they have all those old buildings, and they just did a great job. Everything about it was just really good. I'm a video professional. That's what I do for a living. And I could be critical, I guess. I could say, well, you know, you could have been done this and that. What can you say? These are elementary girls, okay, that put this thing together. A great job. Second place goes to Megan Bednars from Mambrino. And again, very good work. And then third place goes to Alyssa Gore, also from Mambrino. Now, do we have a drum? Is there a drum roll that we can do here? We don't have a drum. Okay, all right. I'm hearing a drum back behind me here. Best of show, which was an exhibit, and if you go in the courthouse, you'll see it right there, was Bree Steele. Bree, are you here? There she is. All right. Now, I must tell you that I mentioned that this contest was a challenge, and we've learned a lot from doing this year. One of the things I'm going to make sure I say in the rules is put your name on every part of your project, because poor Bree, we couldn't find a name on part of her project, and I looked for several hours trying to find who that belonged to, because I knew this was good stuff. Oh, yeah. This is Bree. Good stuff, Bree. We really, really like that. And again, it was a hard decision, but you won. And you know what part of her prize is? I'm going to just tell you, an iPad. And lots of bucks, okay? And lots of gift cards and such. Congratulations, Bree. All right, good job. All right, my job here is done. We're going to, and with Bree's, with your permission, we'll show that video tonight if you want. Okay, we'll try to do that. All right, hopefully. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it back over to Steve Berry.
Thank you, Davy Crockett. All right, we have a couple more things. We're almost done. Hang on with us. I was asked to mention, folks, if you're a history buff, or even if you're not, you need to remember the Alamo. But on these flags, all the 221 of them, someone that died at the Alamo. There's a little history on each one. It's at the bottom of the flag. Take time to read that, walk around, and there's more history there. Teresa Sims, also a board member of the foundation. She has a presentation. Teresa?
Hi, is Mildred Mulder here? Mildred Mulder, are you here? I know she's on the square. I'm not sure she's in the vicinity. The Texas Heroes Foundation recognizes and appreciates Mildred Mulder for her beautiful handmade ladies' prairie dresses that she made available to the ladies at the Texas Independence Day Celebration, March 2nd and 3rd, 2013 in Granbury, Texas. You made our event memorable, Mildred. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. We have a certificate that was signed by our next speaker, and we'll give that to Mildred. And as we close today and we have our last speaker, I want to thank everyone for being here. And remember, also at the Langdon Center, down at the Langdon Center, the Indians are down there in the teepees. We sure don't want the Indians mad, so go by and see the Indians. We don't want them raiding the square. Our closing remarks are by our president for the Texas Heroes Foundation. He'll be around today and tomorrow, but Lieutenant William Travis, Colin Crisp.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Texas Heroes Foundation, I just want to say thanks to the city of Granbury and the county, Hood County, also our volunteers. Thank you very much. And remember, it's all about education, and just remember, it's all about Texas. God bless.
Thank you, Colin. Be sure and go around and check out all the vendors on the square, check out the merchants on the square, go in the courthouse and look at some of these different presentations. And also over at the Granbury Plaza, we're going to set up the stage at 1 o'clock. We'll have the Brazos Country String Band at the main stage here at 1 o'clock. Thank y'all.